All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Pixel
Pixel slaves. I'm the slave today.
Slaves.
I've got pixels in my face. You haven't. What's going on? Why are you not in VR?
I'm.
Hmm?
Listen, someone needs to work.
I work.
But yeah, I'm in the office. I don't have my VR1 connected, so I'm gonna be IRL because I want people see
IRL.
my face when I'll be talking, my real face.
I'm doing everyone a favor by hiding my real face and putting it behind this
Listen, you look fabulous in some
poverty
of this
avatar.
space. What a great world that is. Apartment 420. Honestly, great world. Like later during the recording, you can just show us around a little bit
Yeah.
because that background is fantastic. All right, so listen, today is the week after, or weeks after, just several weeks after the
The
CS.
Purge. Oh, we went completely.
No.
We
Wait,
went
we are
completely
going
the
back.
wrong directions. Okay.
Exactly. We're going back first. So CS just happened, um, and what do you think about it? What is your? We've seen a lot of
Well,
coverage. We've not been there, but
from
Tesla
what
suit.
from what I've seen,
Our company.
many smart glasses, as you predicted, the market's going to be flooded full of monochromatic, some new wave guides, some. I don't know. It seems to just blown up overnight. Like the technology's come to us, and then that's it.
Wait, are you talking about AR
Oh,
glasses?
AR
Oh,
glasses,
look,
glass,
look.
and you got the immo now, haven't you? Oh, Virtue. Oh, what's these ones?
Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, you didn't tell me you got them.
I had to do it. I kept it for myself, but I wanted to show it to you on this podcast.
What they like? Tell me. They look cool as anything from the sides. Oh,
The box.
I
Man,
need them
have
in
to
here.
say,
Look, I am in Cyberpunk now.
yeah, you are. I have to say, they look fantastic.
They're not as bulky
They
as I
feel
thought they would
really,
be.
they feel really good. The sound, Harman Kardon, is
How card is
actually
good.
really nice, and I have to say, I try them. So I'll explain why I bought them. Right. So there are two reasons. Um, One
One, because
is
you're a
it's
nerd.
collector edition. There's I'm a nerd, and it's collector edition, and it's yellow, and I love yellow. Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yellow disc.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love yellow. So we all know that. I bought that, and another reason is I recently started to play more on my Steam Deck because that's the only way where I have some downtimes, like 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there between, the work or the meeting, or
Yep.
when I getting my kid to the training, I'm waiting there. And I don't have time to play PC games in the evening. Like I just don't. I do VR. I do Insomnium. I come Insomnium and I do VR. But that's it. So I started to play on Steam Deck, and it happened to be that Arc Riders are out. Fantastic game. We'll discuss that.
Amazing game.
And I said to myself, listen, I need glasses to first of all try them. This category, let's say, of extended. Let's call them extended display AR glasses. Okay. And just be able to play more comfortably on a bigger screen, blah blah blah. So I tried them just briefly. I got them today, just briefly. Actually, really good experience. I'm still tweaking a little bit, but really good experience. What I didn't figure out yet, but I will, is how to make 3D effect working. I'm not sure whether Arkwriter support it. I read that it does, but I will also try Cyberpunk 2077 in 3D because apparently it's fantastic.
Are they the same ones that you can anchor it? You can freed off anchor it, so you can still get.
Yes,
Kind
I
of, yeah.
didn't. I tried that. I tried that on my MacBook. So I connected them to MacBook, and you can anchor it 3D off, and then you can have like a super wide screen or 3 screens. You start feeling the field of view, the limitation of field of view when you do that. So you have to kind of move your head. But honestly speaking, as the interim solution, like anyway, I would use this for my MacBook if I want to because that is a true working horse for MacBook. You connect, it's wireless, blah blah, perfect. So this switcher glasses, build quality great, design, oh my god. I love the shading, the monochromatic shading, where you just click the button and just it becomes black. Super cool tech. Needs to become norm in freaking everything. Honestly, in cars as well. In Chinese cars, it is norm already. Unfortunately, in European cars, not yet. So it has that diopter adjustment here on the top.
Oh,
Pretty nice. Some limited adjustments, but like I think -4 or +4, something like that. But yeah, pretty neat.
so how big's the screen? Like, what sort of distance? Is it like arm length, normal monitor size, or is it a bit
No,
more?
so it's like
Is it like
I would say two. I would say two arms, 2 arms length. Yeah, two, maybe 1.5, 2 arms length, and then you have like as much as you can see with your periphery. Like
They're
I don't
like-
even want to turn a little
they're
bit.
like maybe like that kind of distance? Or do you think a bit bigger?
Let me see. Yeah, I think a little bit bigger. I think a little bit bigger still.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, and it's really nice. So the quality of the image and the colors are amazing. Okay, that I have to say. The quality is amazing. The resolution is amazing. I was playing Arc Riders. The funny part is, like, of course, on the Steam Deck, you'd run Arc Riders on like a medium-low settings. But even that, it's running pretty fairly well, and it's an enjoyable experience. So I'm still tweaking again. I'm still tweaking. There are some modes you can experiment with that, blah blah. But generally speaking, a good experience, and it's a collector's edition. So you know what I mean. Like it's one of 5,200 or whatever they made. I'm glad I got it. I'm sure I have a use for it because I'll be carrying it with me in my bag. So this goes into my bag for sure. Alongside my Steam Deck, this goes into my bag, probably into my car, and I'll be just playing Steam Deck whenever I have time with those. What I'll be trying to do as well, because Xpeng supports video out via capture card, so I can do capture card USB-C into Xpeng, and I can potentially
You can drive.
see my navigation screen in this.
Navigate. You're going to be playing Age of Empires while driving. I know what you're like.
Listen. For Czech police, I cannot confirm nor deny anything you just said. Yeah.
Just play as Britons and rush him. That's it. We still need to play that. We haven't had a match yet.
We have to play different parts for sure, because I'm already almost losing to my kids all the time. So I need to restore my ego. Okay.
You'll. Well, no. To be fair, yeah. You want to. I'm terrible at it. I always play as the Mongols, just because of the free housing, and that's about.
Yeah. Right.
That's it. My strat is.
I'm playing for Portugals because they have the cannons and stuff. I like them. Anyway, so Witcher. Nice stuff. Like, I think nice stuff. I'm still experimenting with their Spacewalker app. I'm still experimenting with lots of stuff. I had some hiccups, to be honest, making, like, they have a cool feature with their AI, a Spacewalker. You can make everything 3D on your MacBook, so that the folders are going 3D, everything, YouTube is going 3D. That I didn't manage to make work yet. So there's some hiccup in connection of the USB-C to, I don't know why, but I'll be experimenting. In any case, nice stuff. Now the other thing which came in.
I know. Yes. This.
Is this. Yeah. Now here is a slight problem. And on I mean, I have a big nose, okay? Not the fault of the manufacturers of the glasses. Not the fault. I want to be
user
clear.
error.
It's a error.
Manufacturer fault of your parents. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. The Witcher fits me like almost perfect, but like it's on the edge, if I had a little bit more bigger nose, that would be a problem. The Inmo though doesn't, and that's a problem. Inmo has smaller field of view, and because it has a smaller field of view, it needs to be centered better on your face, and my nose doesn't allow it to go low enough for me to have a center. And again, it's my problem. Inmo done nothing wrong.
I can think of two solutions to this problem. We either take a Dremel to the arch on the Glassies, or we take a Dremel to your nose bridge. Just shape it down.
Right, thanks. Thanks. But anyway, and because of that, I cannot fully still utilize stuff, and I will be doing the full review of Inmo, obviously. But so far,
You just look so disappointed. You just look so meh. Like, was you expecting a lot more? Was you expecting it? Because obviously you've seen waveguides before, haven't you? You've had them there before. Some really good ones.
I've seen waveguides, but it's not about the image quality. I would say it's more about the experience, and that's where what I'll say in review. The whole point of AR glasses, or the biggest differentiator, like for example, for Vitra, right? They don't need to, like all of this stuff like Spacewalker app and 3D blah, blah. This is cherry on top. What people use it for? Mirroring the display. That's it. Like you put it in Steam Deck, you mirror display. They don't need to do anything. They just need to have a good image quality, good fit, and you're freaking golden. Like you don't need to do anything special. That's it. For the waveguide glasses with the full Android on it, you need to have a good app experience, good, UX UI experience. You need to have that added value, because without the added value, you're very quickly diminishing your return, because what you do, it has full Android 14 open, fantastic. You can install everything, but none of the apps are made for this spatial part, and that's the problem, right? And that's where you immediately hit the bottleneck. And again, I will say more in my review, but the biggest differentiator in 2026, 2027, and 2028 will be what kind of software, what kind of experience you can run on those glasses. And I have to say again, Android XR with the new upcoming X-Real, hopefully, and Apple with upcoming glasses will be king again, and especially Apple. Like Google will be trying to catch up, but Apple with their experience, with their apps, and with their app developer ecosystem will freaking dominate with AR glasses. I cannot wait when Apple will do waveguides AR glasses and bring the Vision OS Lite version of the operating system. Oh my god, this is gonna be so freaking amazing. I cannot even comprehend how amazing it will be.
For me, it's like, what wasn't the Apple Vision Pro really? It was a dev kit. Yeah.
It still is.
But do we think it is a dev kit for the next thing, which is the glasses? To get it right.
Yes. So
that makes a lot of sense.
The Vision OS, the derivative of Vision OS, will run on Apple AR glasses, and it's gonna be legendary experience. Like literally, it's gonna be legendary experience.
We've already got legendary AR glasses. The what's the Meta ones called?
The Meta Ray display.
Wow.
Oh my god!
There's so many new apps for that recently. I've seen a flood.
Yes, flooded with apps, and by the way, it has 2 screens, right? Oh wait, what? It has only one. You can only close with one eye and look at one. Oh my god! Yeah. Anyway, Meta is Meta. So, again, these glasses. Inmo is better than Meta Ray-Ban display, 100% better. Like not even a question, because I can run any app here. I can run WhatsApp, Telegram, Discord. Everything can run on these glasses. So no question that Inmo are much more capable. And by the way, Meta will tell you, oh, I have the neural band. The neural.
Oh, that's a first party. That's a exclusive to. No, it's not exclusive to them, is it? As usual, they're talking out their ass.
And this company is already existing. By the way, I don't know if I'm allowed to tell it. I don't know. Anyway, this is an Israeli company. I'm also testing this with Inmo, and it does work. It has some quirks and features, but you can make it work. I did already some cool stuff where you can just drag and drop on the MacBook. It feels like I'm using physical Vision OS, because it's a physical. Because I can obviously do it in Vision OS.
So are you gonna combine that with the Inmo to, essentially like finger tracking, but not?
That's what I'm testing. I'm testing this Mudra band with Inmo. because that could be a game
Does
changer.
it have feedback? Does it have haptic in it? Bup.
No, I don't know. I don't know. My Apple band for that from Mudra doesn't. So I'm not sure about the.
It's
I'm not sure about this one.
such a weird feature not to. That makes so much sense. We were talking about this before, weren't we? Like the idea
Yes.
of finger tracking with
Yeah.
someone make it,
Yeah.
and then
It's a must.
let us try it.
It's a must. It's a must for sure. So yeah, I mean, it's the era of, again, all of this. I tweeted recently. I said, don't buy if you're just a consumer. Yeah, if you're a nerd like me, which needs to test things and sees things and understand where the market is going. Obviously, you buy. But like, if you're a normal consumer, don't buy any of the AR glasses yet. They're actually good, but don't buy them yet, because they will be flooded. This year will be flooded, but all of them, or 99% of them, will be proof of concepts. And only next year, maybe in the end of this year, Apple, but I don't think so, because for this year, Apple has a foldable iPhone coming out. I don't think they'll release glasses at the same time, but who knows?
That's still
year.
bonkers. A foldable iPhone.
Next year, you will see Samsung glasses with displays, Android from Google glasses with displays, with X-Real.
Round 2 for Google, eh?
You will see Apple glasses with displays next year, and you will see a bunch of other manufacturers, and they will be good. Like this will be the first peek into what is going to be happening for the next 5 to 7 years, alongside Vision Pro and VR, PCVR and stuff. So,
what do you think's missing from the current crop then? Is it literally just it needs to be built for, instead of it being like a like Android conversion, it needs to be specifically made? And
that's number one. Software, the software optimization, number one, but also the way how you interact with the operating system. So there's two ways how you can do it. One way, you can go mega simple and just run notifications and just few apps and all notifications from the phone. So it becomes just a heads-up display. And number two, it's an operating system, but then it needs to have all the apps optimized for that operating system. And you need to have input. You need to have a good input, whether it's a band or hand tracking or ring, like in Mogi, something. It needs to be something. And then it makes a lot of sense. But none of it yet is in a good condition. None. So we're still early. But what this year shows already, January, that AR glasses are here. What to us, remember 2 years ago, waveguides were science fictions to us. We knew it's coming, but it felt like a science fiction. Today, waveguides with 35, 40 degrees FOV, maybe 50 degrees FOV is a norm. Yeah. So now it will become a rapid upgrade cycle with displays and waveguides becoming better and better every year. To a point where it will settle down in 3 to 5 years. Not actually faster. I would say 2 to 4 years. It will settle down to some sort of like 70 degrees FOV, full color waveguides, binocular waveguides with I don't know how it's called. This
the transition. The
transition thing, which already this feature has. It will become a norm. This is like a norm package, and then with some good 3DoF tracking. 3DoF tracking has to be a norm, so it has to have probably good glasses will have 2 cameras, which will be using the environment for good 3DoF tracking, and some inputs. And the inputs is the question whether it's hand tracking. So they'll have 2 cameras, they'll be able to do hand tracking and that's pretty much what you need. Yeah. So Vision OS, if you can do this, drag and drop with your hands, done. Like you don't need anything else, because it will still be connected to your phone, so you can type on the phone. You won't be typing in the air. Forget about that.
Typing in VR,
you'll be typing on your phone. You'll be typing on your phone, and it's okay. But generally speaking, 90% of the time you'll be just looking straight, because you will be looking through your glasses, and all notifications and all video calls and all your personas and everything will be in your device. So that's the future. I mean, that's pretty much how I see it, but that's what CES showed us.
And robots. What? A shitload of robots. They've just suddenly. I blame Six. I blame him. I blame him for all this robot blowing up.
I mean, I'm not sure whether all those companies plan to destroy those robots in the fights. But certainly, we saw a lot of we saw a lot of robots.
Which one did I saw? I saw there was one that's like America's First Good One. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like 90 kilograms or something. I'll get the right. It weighed this much.
Oh, it's from Boston Dynamics.
And it showed a video of it doing a backflip. Obviously, very important in real life scenario for it to do a backflip. But it's just the amount of people just comparing it to the little tiny one, going, "Oh, we can already do that one."
No, but I have to say, I would say 9 out of 10 companies at CES, robotic companies, are Chinese companies.
Yeah.
Chinese are way ahead in the robots because they are able to produce not only super high-end robots, but also mid-end and low-end robots, which are capable of doing stuff. And it's impressive. The amount of, I think, robots are already at a point where the software, the hardware is amazing. Like the hardware, the agility, they can do whatever you want. The precision is good. We're there. With the hardware, we're there. What is lacking is software, because most of the demos which we see on the floor or anywhere, those are automated, pre-recorded.
Yeah, pre-recorded.
Demos as they go. You need a fully autonomous robot, and that's what I'm trying to say, that the software is lacking, and the software needs to catch up. But honestly speaking, from the, I have full trust in Chinese. They will deliver. Like they will deliver the software, and they're already delivering the hardware. So that's
how far are we off where you could go into Ulsa, or you can go into it's called Curry's here, and instead of like next to the fridges, the washing machines, there is just a row of different robots that can essentially be your
how far away
slaves.
When you'll buy the? Oh, but what will be the use case of those robots? Tell me before I ask your question. Why would you buy it?
For me, the first thing for me will come literally a cleaner. It can just maintain the house. It can do all the stuff that no one else wants to ever do. Do the dishes, take it out.
1 inch X or whatever is promising, right? The complications, like it will go. So how far away are we until you can go to the store?
Oh, I can buy one and go X. Go. No, I don't even have to ask it. It just knows. Oh, the dishes are there. I need to go and do the dishes. Oh, the dog needs to go for a walk.
How far away are we from that moment when you buy it in the store? I'll tell you how far away we are from that.
Not like an insane amount of money, but I mean like it's like $5,000, $3,000 for this amazing thing that can pretty much tuck you in at bed.
10 years. 10 years. 10 years at least. Yeah, because again, hardware is already there. You can buy a robot for $5,000, let's say. It will become cheaper, okay?
I mean, look at the X-Pen Iron we saw. Look how delicate and intricate that was, and
it's freaking amazing, right? I mean, that robot is freaking killer, but it costs probably $250,000.
And people like say, "Oh, it's fake," and I really love that. I you know me, I love live demos. Live demos, you've sold me. But the fact that they had to cut open the leg and go, look at this, look, it's
a move.
It's real.
What a move. And how it moved was freaking amazing. That's the closest to real human move I've seen in my entire life from a robot.
Knowing some of them from when we went to Germany that time, I guarantee you that wasn't scripted. They just thought, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna, because they're young and fun. They're daring. They don't care. They're like, oh well, we'll just.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing new things. Look at the cars. What they're doing. Look at the designs. They're not afraid. They're freaking like, oh, we're going for it, Like it's.
I really wish more people like that.
Let's build that car. And everybody like, what the hell? That car looks like a $500,000 car, but it costs 35. Like what? But yeah, so I think. I honestly think that
the 10 years I love a maid.
10 years away. 10 years away. Yeah.
£50 a month you could have a maid. But then again,
I mean, look, 10 years is not that far away for a robot which will do a lot of stuff.
I'll be 45, man. No, I'll be 45. Don't say.
Yeah, I'll be 50. I'll be 50.
No.
I'll be 50.
We say like 10 years, not that far away. I want it to be very far away, please.
True. It's true. But yeah, I mean,
Let me know what 45's like when you get there. Come back
I'll
to this
tell you.
conversation.
I'll let you. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. But yeah, I mean, it's robots are interesting. Robots are interesting. They will definitely be. I'm even not sure. I'm even not sure they're like.
But they came out of the blue as well, like these commercial ones. They just appeared. There wasn't any
Yeah,
wasn't any like public build up to it. I know there's some random videos popping up of them flailing around and that, but it's just they just seem to
yeah.
just.
The only videos were from Boston Dynamics. You know, those dogs
Oh,
and stuff.
yeah, dogs one, but I mean like humanoid robots. They just
Yeah,
seem to just.
yeah. No,
I know it's always
true.
been. I know it's always been like a fantasy of science fiction to make something, but they just appeared and like they're on TikTok shorts. These guys walking around with these robots and taking the robot dogs for a walk, and it's just like
Yeah,
the simulations
yeah.
evolving ever since 2020. It's like things are just poof.
Yep. It's truly happening. I think that like yeah, robotics was the big thing. AR glasses was the big thing. I think robotics is still further away. We'll see some industrial applications. That's actually happening really, really fast.
Yeah,
That's for sure. Um, but in terms of the home use, yeah, it's probably 10 years. I can't see.
that's
I can't see
crazy.
that. You have to nail down so much things. Like look at the cars. We saw that autonomous driving will be solved like 5 years ago, but you need to nail down quite a bit. There are autonomous cars. There are cars which are driving themselves, but to give it to consumers for the everyday use case, that's where you need to nail down every quirk and every feature to make sure that it's like, for example, I think 2026 and 2027 will be the years of highway autonomous driving. So highway autonomous driving is easy. Yeah, that is solved. It is solved in China. I think Tesla solved it as well in
Oh, yeah,
US.
easy. Yeah,
Um,
even my basic
so
one
I
is.
think Europe
Yeah,
is coming as well. I don't think they will be able to ignore it anymore. And I'm hearing rumors that BMW, Tesla, and Xpeng is working with regulators to make sure that they have level 3 or 4 autonomy on the highway. Obviously, I love that. I would love that. Just like click the button and just play Age of Empires or whatever, or watch the movie while you're driving on the highway. But that is solved. I can see my car is already seeing around surroundings really well. It's always aware of what's
even
happening.
underneath it for some unknown bizarre reason, which still
Yeah,
blows my mind
honestly,
a little
like
bit.
honestly speaking, every day I'm parking my car, I'm blown away by this. I know how shaders will work and how the
It
warping
warps,
works and
yeah,
how things are working in VR.
but it's in
I'm
real
still blown
time.
away how crisp they did it in
Mm.
real time. Like what the
For those who don't know what
especially
we're on
like when I'm
about,
driving
uh,
over some like lines
yeah,
and arrows, and you can see the arrow going below the car. I'm like, oh my god! And the crispness, like I've sit in Volvos, I've sit um,
Polestars.
in
Yeah.
really expensive cars. Xpeng has the crispest and the best 360 camera. I've said this in Zeekr, right? I've said in many cars, but this is next level. I don't know how they did it. I honestly like I applaud. If Xpeng is watching, guys, you made fantastic stuff. Please keep doing that stuff. Improve it. Yeah, I don't know where, but improve it. I showed it to my grandparents, right? And they were like, I said, look, it can see below the car, and they're like, what? And they looked, and then I was driving through the line, like, oh my, what? How is it? They looked up. There's nothing. There's a roof, glass roof, and they're like, "What is going on here? How's it even possible?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. It's magic." But yeah. So yeah, autonomy. But what else happened on CS? What did catch your eyes?
I'm trying to think.
I think AI. I think AI is kind of.
I well, I didn't. I think I was looking for it, but I didn't see much about any kind of.
So I think AI implementation AI into everything, right? If you have glasses, there will be AI. There will be Razer glasses, the Razer headphones with cameras. I think that's another trend which even Apple is playing around and touching carefully. That they can implement the cameras into the headphones. Like they're thinking to implementing cameras into the AirPods. so that they can see and understand the environment. I'm not sure whether they'll do it. I'm sure they're experimenting with it, but I'm not sure they will do it. But we saw Razer kind of coming out and saying like, "Hold my beer."
Oh, what
we
with
give
the
you the
with the little
yeah
the little AI pod thing?
no, the big Razer headphones with cameras in them. There's two cameras, and they can just you can speak to it, and it understands the environment. It sees what you see.
Oh no, I'm
So
thinking of they released the
oh yeah, the
holographic AI
the
thing.
waifu augmented reality sex bot from Grok. Congratulations, Razer.
Crockpot.
I mean,
That got under fire recently in the the UK government. They were going to ban X. They were going to completely ban it just because some
UK
people's
lost it. I don't know
prompts.
what's happening with UK, man. You guys, like,
Yeah,
what is going on?
yeah.
You don't even pretend anymore that there is
No,
democracy.
no, we don't. I've got to be very careful. Well, actually, no. I'm a virtual boy. You don't know who I am. But let's put it this way. America recently took out Venezuela.
Yeah, America also stopped pretending that there is any democracy in the world. They just
No,
give up.
I just want to point out one thing to that. He had higher approval ratings than our current prime minister. I'm just going to leave it there. Just going to leave it there.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Maduro was pretty.
That's how much our current leader,
yeah, your
supreme
guys
leader,
suck.
is.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, your guys suck. I'm not like, I don't want to discuss politics too much, but like UK guys are losing it. I don't understand what's going on. How people are not revolt. I don't. Okay. Anyway,
No,
vote
don't get me wrong.
next time if there are any votes anymore.
Here's my hot take on voting, right? And let me know if you're similar to me. I don't think you are. Maybe you got a bit more experience than me in that kind of political kind of stance. If I vote for someone I like, right, and they do something terrible, what's the point? I could vote for. You know what I mean? Do you understand? It's like, surely it's worse if I vote for someone, they get in, yeah, they're in, yeah, and then they do some heinous stuff. I'm like, well, I voted you in, and you've done this.
Listen, I liked Trump before he got elected. He promised a lot of things. He delivered almost nothing. I'm disappointed. I think it's fair to say, and it's need to say, if someone doesn't deliver, then you just need to say it. But honestly speaking, I think in US it doesn't matter who is president anymore. Like the curtains are completely.
Same with England. They're all.
There is one ruling party, whatever that is, whoever makes the decisions. Whoever makes the decisions about that.
Blows my mind. I know we're never political, but I'm never either. But I recently found out, like, oh wait, where's my thought train gone? Come back. Oh, that's it. Sorry. There's no repercussions. There is nothing to, like. There's no law. There's no process that if you go back on your word, say like you promise something and you don't do it. There's no process.
Yeah,
there's nothing there.
To me,
what
like,
the
people,
fuck?
I don't understand how politicians can live with themselves when they promise something to not friends, but like
the people,
millions, hundreds of millions of people on TV, on camera, and then they backwalk it or just completely ignore it or do complete opposite and pretend that nothing happened. I don't understand how they can look.
Even the housing market.
Like, I don't care about forget about elections, but how they can look in the mirror. Like, how can you
just corruption?
How can you promise something, build your whole campaign based on that promise or those promises, and then do complete opposite, and then look in the mirror and say,
"I'm amazing.
It was a good day.
I'm proud of myself."
Yeah, well done. Like, because in the end of the day, money doesn't matter. Power doesn't matter. Because how much power more than the president of the United States can have, probably president of China, I don't know, or Russia or whatever. But like, what there's nothing more.
It's
money
crazy.
Doesn't matter because they have everything they want. So why then? The only thing which is left is pride, right? It's self-fulfillment, I guess, right? Like that would honestly speaking, after like $10 million, I assume people like your needs are covered. It doesn't matter how much money do you own. But self-fulfillment comes with pride, right? With being a good father, a good politician, helping people, helping your country, right? Right? That's
Yeah,
what I was
you'd think
thinking.
so. No,
Yeah, exactly. But turns out it's not, and I don't know why. I don't know. Like
but even
sometimes it.
even the housing market has got more securities. Say like if I go, oh, I want to buy this house. Anyway, in England, this is how it works. If I want to go buy a house, right, and I go, yeah, I want this house, and at the very last minute I pull out, there is penalties. I get penalties.
Of course.
I get fines.
Of course.
Why has the housing market got more securities than the people who's running the country? I
Yeah, for example, new government in Czech Republic, one of the politicians, one of the laws they want to anchor in the law of Czech Republic is that politicians don't only have now the responsibility, the criminal responsibility if they do something criminal, but they also have financial responsibility if they do something wrong financially for the government. Yeah, and I like it.
Yeah,
Then
it's very common
you will
sense.
take it freaking seriously.
Yes,
Okay?
exactly.
You'll be like, wait a second. You know, let me think twice because I like my Mercedes or something like, okay. So yeah, sure. Like that's pretty much what I would say a minimum. I thought it's already the case. I didn't know it's not.
Yeah.
And it turns out that it's not in many countries. I was like, holy moly, that's not good. Anyway.
Yeah.
Politics.
Fuck
But they're all horrible.
But there is one more thing I will say. There is one more thing that I found out. They can just delay elections in England. They can just no, they'll move it.
Yeah, I honestly cannot imagine like
It's
any normal like what is election? Like if you can go and take out the president of the other country and say that nothing happened, you know, like and pretend that nothing happened, risking the war and stuff. What kind of elections are we talking about? Who? Why?
No, I don't know. I would love to be a fly on the wall and everything in the world that we not allowed access to. I think, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
strange.
Listen, it's part of our world. It's part of our life. So it's logical that we also speak about it because it affects everything. And at the end of the day, it affects tech as well, right? Because when companies build projects and products, right? For example, Vision Pro has been in development for 11 years, right? Imagine 11 years, I don't know, $20+ billion or $10+ billion, however Apple invested in it, probably more. So they have to plan ahead, right? They need today, the board of Apple sits down today and decides what products we'll be wearing, let's say 10 years ahead. And when you plan 10 years ahead, an investment of $20 billion, you need to take into considerations all the political situation in the world. You need to take into consideration risks. And I bet you, because of the higher risks, some products might not see the light of the day just because it's too much risk, too much uncertainty, so it affects everything. It affects the tech, it affects the stuff. I mean, thank God right now China is pushing on all the fronts. Robots, they got us covered. Cars, no problemo. AR glasses, we're here. VR glasses, here you go. Space exploration and space base on space station, Chinese got their own. Now they're planning. Did you see that they're planning the? I first thought it's a fake news, but then I read it's actually real. By 2030, China wants to have 2035, I think. China wants to have a mothership on the orbit, which will carry 200 smaller fighter something ships. Like what?
No, that's very Star Trek, and that's amazing. I didn't see that.
Yeah,
the only thing I saw recently was the giant.
Like, well, that looks amazing. I don't know what it is for war or something, but that looks amazing.
I saw one with the giant blimp where they put in the air to generate more power. But
that's working already. That's a real.
That's crazy. That's such a
like,
good idea.
It looks like something from fantastic games and stuff.
Like Red Alert 2.
Anyway, we're already running out of time. Damn it! Wait, let me. Wait. Let me do one thing here.
And a big segue up to the billions and billions been spent, and the responsibilities and planning and Xiaomi 13. 17 Pro Max.
Yeah, amazing phone, by the way. So yeah, Meta.
You was talking a second ago about billions being spent, planning,
Yes.
and thinking
There are
about
billions which are being spent correctly, and then there are billions which are being thrown away while devastating the market where they are being thrown, and that is Meta. I recently recorded the video, which somehow got also caught up some traction online, where I speak about Meta layoffs, which is already probably the third circle of Meta layoffs. Well, first of all, when they did it half a year ago, when it was the first wave of layoffs, and some of the studios closed, I said that's just the beginning, and everybody like, nah, Artur, you're so negative. Oh my god, you don't like a hater of Meta. I was like, no, guys, they don't. Already a year and a half ago, I said, Mark, he doesn't care about VR anymore. He lost that. In his mind, he wrote it off because he already realized that Apple, Google, Valve and Pico even, they all took him over in the future, not today. Today he still rolls out of, but
he's
in
done
the
more
future, he already knows
damage than good.
He lost the operating system battle. So now they're doing second, third, fourth levels of layoffs, and
people are still surprised they're doing it.
Yeah, exactly. People are surprised.
Why are you shocked?
And it still bogs my mind where I see the message like, we are all standing together. It's all beautiful. It's gonna be all right. It's so sad to see people go. Which of course is sad when people lose their jobs,
they need to be raging. They need to be.
Yeah, they need to be.
They're angry about it. You're allowed to be angry about it. You're passionate.
Where have you been when Meta was devastating market, killing market competition, closing companies, playing unfair, investing and throwing billions while other competitors were struggling? Studios were closing, buying up things and then closing it down and not supporting it and pouring money somewhere where it's not. Where have you been? All of you, where have you been? You've been, you know where you've been? You've been in affiliate Landia. You were in Landia of affiliate links because you were being paid by Meta, which is, that was throwing money at you, and you were saying, "Oh my God, such an amazing thing! Meta it's a great company because they're paying you." Directly or indirectly, the money were coming from Meta most of the time, indirectly or directly. The studios, the YouTube channels, and the advertisements and stuff like that. And of course, you felt great, even though deep down there you knew that something.
Your soul was burning.
You cannot be. Life and work is never that easy. The success is never that easy. And now, some of you. Oh, there's a. Maybe you can go and say hi.
No, I'll mute my mic.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. Anyway, so the.
Hello. I'm actually recording a podcast at the minute, so say hi.
Yeah. So the fun is over. No, okay, let me rephrase it. The free money fun is over. The real VR life starts today, or this year and next year, when Meta will completely derail from VR. Of course, they will make a Quest still, but it will be an expensive Quest, and will sell 20 times less or 20, 30 times less than the original Quests, and there will be still people playing things, and Quest 2 and Quest 3 will still exist for several years, and we'll be selling them, and blah, 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 and Horizon OS will still exist and do some of that. Yeah. All that will exist, but all that will be shrinking. And the amount of money Meta puts into VR is shrinking. And that's where the real VR market will start to appear. Because when Meta prices their headsets alongside with all the other headsets, then the real competition kicks in. Then Pico can compete with features and better lenses or better this and that, and then Vision Pro can compete, and then Play for Dream can compete, and then other manufacturers can compete, and then we'll see.
It'll be how it should have been back in 2016 when PCVR was blooming, and all these other people should have come in instead of Meta coming in, literally to taking a shit on the industry with their standalone push of Guys, listen, they pushed billions and billions and billions and billions and billions into standalone VR. It's nowhere near the fidelity.
Everybody left the PCVR because money were in
Because
standalone.
money.
They were all chasing the money. They were all chasing the money from Meta.
You can't do
And
this
now
sort of
it's nowhere.
stuff on standalone. This beautiful.
No.
You can't. And I get in so many heated arguments. People going, "Oh, it's not about the graphics." Unfortunately, with VR, most of it is.
It is. And wait,
It's a
let me give you an
huge
argument.
thing.
Let me give you an argument. When you go into, like, what's the magic of VR? What's the first impression, right? The first impression, if you go to something which looks like a creepy Roblox, blah, 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 and you can say, like, yeah, I mean, it's still immersive, but nice. But when you go into, like, apartment 420, for example, work like that, where you have cars in the distance and, and reflections and everything, when you experience that in VR, you say, like, oh, I want to come back. Wow, okay. When you do the full body tracking with this and that, and on all the dynamic lighting and everything in with the wearables and all the stuff, everything on, that's when you start experiencing the true VR, and that's when it comes really deep into your mind. It becomes it really switches from the gimmick to
a lifestyle. For me, a lifestyle.
That's what it becomes. Yeah, and that's why you want to go back. So while yes, people still will use normal VR standalone, but it will not be that drug which will sit in their mind forever. That's the magic of it, and that should have been maturing all these years, but unfortunately, because of Meta, it was not.
We really only got up to. We nearly got up to 2015 levels of PCVR.
Correct.
Nearly.
Those who were here, they remember.
Nearly.
Yeah.
I mean, look back in the day, like Robo Recall.
Yeah, man, come on! I remember.
That was an amazing game.
Yes.
But it's just
yes.
But now it's double work. It's double work to clean up the mess that's standalone, and then now we can progress. Now we can have
Now the market needs to decide which way to go, right? Who will be developing for PCVR? How we can maintain the actual profitable, self-sustainable part, right? Because nobody figured it out yet properly. Like, will Steam Frame play a role in it? I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe not. I don't know, actually. But now we need to get to a point where market has to figure out what's actually doable. Where is the demand for these things? Who is going to be paying for that? And then, slowly but steadily, we'll start getting on our own knees and then on our own legs and walking, making a first step and second step. That's what's going to be happening without the support of Meta. Because right now, Meta was carrying us all over the place, It was carrying some of you, and some of you it was just putting to the ground, some of the potential companies. And what could have been if Meta was not killing the competition? There could have been many more smaller studios, PCVR headsets, standalone headsets with PCVR capabilities. Because honestly speaking, who was the main client of Qualcomm? Meta. And Qualcomm designed their chips in a way that it's very hard to do the display port and the standalone at the same time. It's possible. Technically, it's possible, but you just need to redesign the boards and redesign stuff and redesign the process.
Because Pico Neo 3 did it, didn't they? They did a direct link.
Yeah, exactly. So it is possible.
It is possible.
But it's just hard. But if it would have been developed for that, it would be easier. So yeah, I mean, we will see where the market. We'll see where the market goes. It's gonna be interesting to watch. And honestly speaking, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I have no pity for Meta. Zero pity for Meta. And with that, I would say I'm actually glad. I'm glad when the system starts to self-clean. Like it's the first sign of self-cleaning the system. And
I can read read the comments now. Oh, you don't care about the developers. You need to listen to what Artur has said.
Normal people know that's not true. But like, I don't care if those like people who will write that I don't care about the developers. I think those developers should have been much smarter. Instead of blindly chasing the money on the standalone, they should have been developing something. Which exactly, they put all their eggs in one basket, and now they're caught off guard. And some of the developers are still, by the way, thinking, oh, it's okay. There will be people on Quest ecosystem, but Quest ecosystem and Quest Horizon is shrinking rapidly, and there will be just free-to-play games, and the rest of the games, like the kids don't have
Guerrilla
money.
tag
Kids will not play you
plans.
money.
Yeah.
You know, kids will not pay you the money for the games most of the time. So yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough for Quest ecosystem, for Horizon OS. It's gonna be very rough, and maybe within several years it won't even exist properly. So I would say start thinking with the plan B.
I'm
Start
quite
thinking
excited
with
if
it.
that when that does happen, because then we'll stop seeing studios questify their games and actually make an attempt at making it look nice instead of just chasing performance goals.
Yeah,
It's been held back for too long,
yeah. Just
and now
letting
it's
their
bit you in the ass.
imagination,
I'm sorry.
yeah, letting their imagination go wild, right? Because VR is an experimental medium. It's still experimental medium. So we need VR to go wild, to do things which we are not able to do in real life, instead of just like pew pew pew.
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
that's
Although you know murder, although you can do murder in real life, it's often frowned upon. So that's fine in VR, zombies and dragons and stuff. But yeah, I know what you mean. It
yes,
needs something uh,
yes, needs something
fresh.
revolutionary. Yeah, so that's meta. What else do we have in recent
Mm,
news? I don't know. Cars are being developed faster and faster, better and better. I mean, Chinese cars mostly. Um, what did you have? AI? What's with AI? Like what's with AI? How, like what? On one hand, AI is progressing. On the other, wait, what? We have the big news. Apple announced with Google that Apple will be using Google's AI LLMs, the foundational model, to power Apple's AI. So I seen incredible amount of reactions from people saying like, "Oh, Apple lost! Oh my God, Apple will use Google's AI." Blah blah. My first reaction when I saw this news, I was like, "Okay, my friends, starting from today, from this announcement, I congratulate everyone. AI foundational models have officially become a commodity. That is it, folks. Because what Apple has done, and they bought the rights to use the model in their own private server settings, on their private settings. It's not like Google will get the data. Google gets zero data. Apple just gets the model, basically the not the engine, but like the fuel. They put their stuff in, and Apple calculated that it's easier for them to use the Google's model and cheaper than to try to, because when you do the model, you need to run the model, you need to spend probably like, I don't know, $5 billion to run the model, and you need data. And Apple, because of the privacy stance, Apple doesn't have the data. But the most important part is Apple just decided, hey, for now we can use it on device, on our servers, or on your iPhone or on your MacBook. It will be Google foundational model, but it will never say Google anywhere, and Google will never see a single bit of data of this. This is all enclosed ecosystem. It's just what powers the stuff. So to me, it clearly signals AI became a commodity. Like literally, it's a commodity right now. And yeah, the bigger you are, the better commodity you can bring, because you can spend more GPU, more power, more time, and you have more data to train AI. And Google has most of the data, vast majority of the data. So yeah, I
Yeah,
think that's pretty much it. I honestly think it's like, I know Apple can do AI models, and probably they could have, and they tried, but they realized that the amount of parameters they can feed in, because of the lack of some of the data they have, which Google has and Apple doesn't. Probably it will be more efficient to just buy it from Google, and they just did. And Google is happy because it's a good PR for them. They don't care. They already trained the model. They can just give it to Apple. It's fine. Um, it's a win-win, I guess.
it's gonna be
So I
weird
don't think
seeing
Apple
Gemini
lost.
on an
Apple makes
Apple product.
95% of their money from hardware. They
Yeah,
don't freaking care about, like, they don't give a damn which model is running. It needs to be secure, it needs to be private, it needs to be fast, and it needs to be good. But other than that, they don't give a damn if it's Google or Moogle or Amazon or whatever. Just give us a model, we'll put it in our private server. It's closed server, it doesn't have any ties into outside world. Done. So yeah, AI is commodity. That's very interesting. So now we reached the level where it doesn't matter which AI you're using, if it's like top 3 foundational models, it will matter what kind of apps you'll build on top of that AI. And that's very interesting finding. So we're finally at that moment. But also it tells me that AI also kind of peaked in terms of capabilities at this point, that I don't think we're seeing super intelligence anytime soon.
No, it's getting faster, but it's not like
It's not smarter. It's not smarter. Like
for
honestly
the
speaking,
generic
I use
general
AI for
public.
some work stuff. It's the same.
It's been for a few. The only thing with AI for me, obviously, I'm more of a gamer than anything. Is people seem to be furious at the. I mean, Nvidia didn't release any upcoming GPUs. RAM prices suddenly decided to double because it's needed in our identity. But there is a silver lining because there's now new manufacturers coming in to the GPU. Have you heard of Bolt? Do you know Bolt?
Yeah, I heard. Like I didn't read too much into it, but I heard.
So they're not like this. They're not. They're going down the route of old school rasterization and just pumping it full of power. So, I mean, yeah, we're getting like so Nvidia is going to step out of the game market and they're just focused on AI. Okay, but new people are going to come on, right? Like Meta closing down the studios, other people are going to come on and fill the shoes, fill the boots.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about Nvidia because market capitalization of Nvidia is like a bubble. Nvidia is playing a very dangerous game because the valuation of Nvidia is so high that it's not non-sustainable. Like that valuation is non-sustainable. You can't generate so much business to actually validate.
Have they reached the ceiling?
For now, I'm pretty sure they did, and the long-term potential for growth, it's so capped for Nvidia right now because the valuation is already so much higher that they need to,
That's such a weird concept, like.
And they're also dependent on China, on their Chinese market, and between the tensions of, China already said we don't want Nvidia graphics card anymore. We already have our own, and they have a ban on buying some of the Nvidia chips. And Nvidia CEO said, "Hey, Chinese market is very important for us, of course." So now there's a problem. China is developing their own chips. They already have their own lithography machine first. There was only in the Netherlands, only in West. Now there's also one in East. They'll catch up very fast. I mean, look at MediaTek.
Do you think that's
MediaTek was 3 years ago? MediaTek processors were laughing stock of.
I got one in my Xiaomi. I got a Helios.
MediaTek. You don't know. You don't care. Today you buy a phone with MediaTek. It's good.
Hello, tracking.
Whoa! That's what happens when you are very.
I took my phone and it went past my tracker signals. But yeah, no, I mean, same as that. I didn't. When I was looking for this one, I didn't. Normally, it's like, get Snapdragon. The MediaTek
doesn't matter.
Again, out of nowhere, they've just become good. They've caught up. But when the Nvidia, is that a world's first where it's got to it's valued that high? That the expectation they're going to make any more money is just it doesn't even exist anymore because they're pretty much.
I don't know. It's very dangerous game because when you.
Because what do you do at that point? If you're you've made that amount of money, you're worth that.
What do you do at that point? You crush the market with your own incompetency. That's what you do at that point. Like, I don't know. We've never been in a situation where a company has a 2 trillion, 4 trillion market capitalization.
That's insane.
It's I don't know what they have to do.
At that point, money becomes like you said in the beginning, like it's pointless.
It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Like at this point, like how much money does the company need to earn? You know what I mean? Like what's the like? Of course, as much as possible, but what's the limit? Where's the limit? Because company's responsible. A company cannot just accumulate money. Company needs to make money. It needs to use the money to make more money. But the world is limited. It's a finite space. There's a limited amount of people with a limited amount of buying power. There's not unlimited. Like, they need to colonize other planets and find another losers to sell them GPUs. I don't know. Like that.
Unless
that's it.
Unless that's the reason why they're more pivoting towards AI. what do we do now? Do we try and unlock what is it, AIG? What's the term? Sorry, where it's
No, they need to upload all the people into VR. That's why
oh
we
man,
come
if
in.
that
It's
ever
not in
comes a thing,
space.
plug me in. I don't want to be this fat lad anymore. I want to be.
That's where it will come in. Like people need to exist in VR, and then they will spend all their money on the on GPUs and computers. And I don't know, man. Honestly speaking, to be honest, since last 3 years, everything seems too surreal for me. I mean, I'm freaking working in a VR. Like we're building a VR space,
Yeah.
the most surreal thing you can imagine. Like literally, we're building the tech which blocks your eyes. And even for me, who experienced the whole amazing thing of virtual reality every freaking week, we do some crazy things there. When I go back to real world, to me the real world seems even more crazy than the virtual reality world. I don't Something is
No,
off. Like
yeah.
I don't know what it is, but something is
No,
completely
you're
off.
right. Like people think that time is accelerated. I'm a bigger believer. I think so too. Time's
I feel it. I honestly can feel. My
uh,
kids can feel it. They're
all the
young.
it's all these GPUs being plugged in. It's just it's speeding up the simulation. You know what I mean? But
I don't know what it is.
ever since 2020, like here's one for you. COVID happened 7 years ago,
Yeah.
not 3 years ago.
Yeah.
What?
Listen. Conspiracy theory. Okay, wait. Conspiracy theory corner.
Okay, can I start with one?
To-
Can I start with one?
Yes.
Uh, where are the can someone in the comments can you point me to the direction of new graveyards, please? I just want to see a new graveyard. Where are the new graveyards?
Okay.
Ah,
Thought
see?
about it. Okay, second conspiracy theory. They put us in lockdown to reset the simulation so that not everybody don't see the reset of the simulation. While
Yeah.
we're all sitting at home, they did some reset of the simulation, and now we have now the whole thing just derailed.
I was at work. I wasn't part of that reset. I was working. So that
Yeah,
theory's
but
out. I was doing normal stuff.
yeah, but you know how it works. Humanity is a collective mind. It's a psychosis. If everybody around you believes in something, you'll start believing into it as well. So it doesn't matter that you saw it or you didn't see whatever you were working. Everybody else, 95% of humanity, were in lockdown. Congratulations. I mean, whole Belarus was not in lockdown, man. Like I had some people DMing me pictures from bowling parties while I was sitting in lockdown. I'm like, fuck you, literally. They were absolutely they were absolutely doing that to me. But anyway, I need to finish because we are going to be testing the latest build of the Vision Pro Hour Tap app.
What? Oh.
So, anyways, that was a great Pixel Slaves.
I actually quite like the. We should do like two conspiracy theories and then have a look. Cause I quite enjoy them. I quite like
From
them.
now on,
quite
from
like
now
them.
on, in the end of each Pixel Slaves, we do conspiracy theory corner. Okay.
Yeah. Just want to like
Alright.
mind blow
to,
each
to
other.
reward.
Yeah.
To reward everyone who's still watching until this moment. Probably.
Mine is, please, someone in the comments just send me a link to a new graveyard. Good luck. That really gets.
To be honest, there's a lot of graveyards in Czech Republic, so they're constantly being kind of upgraded and used and stuff. But honestly, yeah, but new ones, I don't know. Anyway, I need to run. They're waiting for me. Pixel Slaves, come to VR. Come to VR.